Welcome to another show of Assertiveness, the show that gives ordinary South Africans the space to talk, debate, discuss. In Xhosa, they say ukuncokola. I think I'm learning Xhosa. I don't know why, but I found myself surrounded by quite a lot of Xhosa people. But anyway, this is the show where we give ordinary South Africans the space to talk about things that really matter. Today we're going to be discussing the pressure of social media and these lifestyles that you guys are living, eh? So nice on social media. Other people are in France, but they are sitting in their mother's apartments. Other people, no, I'm serious. I've seen it. I've really seen it happen. People actually Google pictures and edit themselves in there. We've got Mandisa, what's her name? Mandisa wa Kaspa, editing pictures. She's got fame on social media. I mean, she's trending. So shady.
It's psycho.
Is it okay? I like that you said you've actually mentioned that it's a bit psycho. I think that's something that we're going to touch on. The psychoness, narcissism. What's it called?
Narcissism.
Hey, so guys. Narcissism, whatever. You guys get what I mean. The obsession with yourself. So that's what we'll be discussing today. My name is Nicolette Mashile, and you can find me on social media at I am Coco Mash. Don't look for me on Facebook. You're all going to find my past there, and it's ill-advised to go to Facebook and try and find me there. Anyway, I'm joined in studio by 3 people that I know for a fact are big on social media. They are active on social media. Look, you don't have to be big. I think the most important thing is you guys are active on social media, and you also have friends that are active and are big on social media. Apparently on Twitter, there's I think they've put together the word celeb and Twitter, and they're called Twelebs. I think what's great about it is that we have in favor of us somebody who is a Tweleb sitting with us today. So she will kind of tell us about what it is to be a Tweleb. No, Ms. Lee. Ms. Lee, who makes noise and a whole lot of things and creates issues on Twitter. But we'll get to that. We're going to do a bit of introductions. You guys are going to tell us who you are. Maybe if you would like to be found on social media, what your social media names are. And yeah, man, I think Lesang and Lerato have now become furniture on our show. That's because we love their opinions, and their opinions matter. So we'll start that side with the lovely Ms. Lee.
I'm Lerato from Johannesburg, 26. I am a digital strategist, and I work as social media content manager, and I'm a blogger for News 24 and for Madison J. Yeah, you can find me on Twitter as Nicolette said Ms. Lee _.
And in your blog?
The blog, everything is on my Twitter profile.
Hey, everything. She knows how to do the Twitter thing.
She did say I'm a digital strategist.
Clearly, I missed that much.
Everything is linked.
So ultimately, we could call you a social media expert.
I don't like that term, expert. We are still learning.
Still learning. Okay, so there's room for improvement and growth and learnings and all that funny thing. Because social media did spring on us, I think.
Came out of nowhere.
Boom, and it was the new big thing.
There we were playing outside, and then bam.
Surprise.
Smartphones, social media. All right, and then we've got the lovely lady next to her. She's looking so quiet today.
I'm the innocent one.
Huh? Yeah. Anyway.
My name is Lydia. I'm 27. You can find me on Twitter at LSMatobela. I think that's my Twitter handle. I'm not big on social media, so
like how she said, I think.
No, seriously.
You don't know your own Twitter handle?
I just retweet a whole lot of stuff.
I'm not shook.
Okay, we'll get to what you actually retweet and why you are on social media and what's important for you on social media. We know that you are recently engaged. Not recently, but you are engaged to get married soon.
Yes, I had my traditional wedding last year, and I'm having my white wedding in a month or 2.
Are you on Instagram?
Yes, I am.
So we can expect to see a lot of pictures of...
Maybe one.
So we can go stalk.
Maybe
Just
one. Just one. Yes, because it's like a private event. I just don't want everybody to be up in my space.
A wedding is not a private event. First of all, you are black. Your wedding is not a private event. We want to see those pictures on social media and on Facebook.
Okay, fine. I'll put 2.
What is this? No, it's fine. You know what? You know what's nice about life? There are other people who will be at your wedding who will upload pictures for the rest of us. Think about that. And the lovely gentleman.
My name is Lesang. I go by the handle at Lesang T. And I'm from Pretoria. And yeah, man, I'm just wilding out on the social media.
And you cause chaos on social media. I have heard.
Well, okay.
You expose people. If you have
If
to.
I have to. It's a nice platform for bringing the truth out sometimes. Not only just the lies and the fake lifestyles that other people Anyway.
Fake lifestyle. Why are you guys being fake on social media? I mean, my question always is, there are other people who know you. So we do know what's actually happening. I mean, you exposed the scandal of a certain channel and their beautiful show that they had about rich kids and how certain things were, you know, fake. Fabricated. That's the correct word, fabricated. So I think for me, what I need to understand is, what is the line between you exposing people and bullying them and cyberbullying them? Because sometimes, you know, you don't know how people react. And then also, I had a situation where we recorded this man in a certain club. I'm not going to mention any names because I'm not giving out endorsements here. We recorded him. He was doing a funny dance, old man. And the next day I wanted to post it. Then I thought, you don't know who this guy is. You don't know who he knows. You don't know his networks. Then tomorrow you are now being sued. What must happen? So I think that's something that Lerato, you might need to maybe touch on for us to get an understanding, because you work in that space. You obviously tweet and do social media for brands and corporate. You know. So we need to get an understanding of what is allowed and what is actually not allowed. You know. But before we get there, what I would love to start off with is, why are people being fake though? What's happening?
For attention.
Whose attention?
Everybody's attention. Everybody wants to be popular. You want to be liked. Maybe you don't have friends. Maybe you're a loner. And no, seriously. I mean, I know someone who has like 5,000 friends or followers on Twitter, and I'm like, do you know at least 20 of those people? No. And she's always posting, okay. And she's always posting this fabulous lifestyle, and we know that you're not fabulous.
But I guess on Twitter it's a bit different, because on Twitter it's people follow you, can't really control them following you. I think maybe on Facebook, having 5,000 friends and you don't even know 20 of them, because on Facebook. But also, again, depending on what you want to do with your 5,000 followers. But I fully understand and I get what you mean. I mean, it must get so tiring on Facebook that if you go through your timeline, 2 minutes later, it's not even going to be the same people. I mean, that for me would be like, I don't even know these people. You start asking yourself, these people are getting married, you don't even know who they are.
But I doubt that they check their timeline. I think it's always about every 5 minutes, I need to be telling everybody who's following me or my friends what I'm doing, what's so interesting about my life, what travels I'm in a relationship, I'm not in a relationship, I just bought these shoes, I just bought this car, and it's really just for attention. That I really think it's just for attention.
But I think it's also important to notice that people use social media for different things. Yeah. So some of us don't feel that I'm using it to show people that, hey, I'm on assertiveness now. For me, someone can come onto your show and tweet, I'm on assertiveness for attention, saying I'm on a TV show, whereas someone else with a different strategy for their social media can say, I'm on assertiveness to push your show because I've got followers that need to find out what is assertiveness, what. So it's all about your strategy and how you use that medium.
So you guys better push the show when you get on, when we're on social media. Let's push it, guys. We need more people to watch the show, because I think the show for me is, anyway, yeah. We'll get back to that. Okay, Lerato, you do social media for corporates, right? So obviously, I think you are in a better space to tap more into what Lesang has just, kind of scraped on the surface, and tell us what are the uses that people use social media for, other than marketing, of course, bombarding us with ads.
Just about everything is marketing. Yeah. But anyways, look, people that register their social media accounts from a lot of people do it for personal reasons. Yeah. It's when I registered my Twitter account, it was just because somebody told me, oh, this is a cool thing, why don't you try it? And I was like, okay, cool, sharp. I had it for about a month, deactivated, I was over it. And then 6 months later, he was like, try it again. And I was like, okay, cool. Got into it. And I was like, okay, cool. This is actually pretty cool. Now, people start off like that and then get to, now I'm going to explain the Tulip thing.
Yeah.
Get into, your numbers start picking up. People start knowing who you are. You start going to certain events. People start seeing. Then you start making money from it. Because now your followers are going up. People want to use you to market something that they're working on. So, or to push, like Lesang stated, to push an event or to push a show or to whatever you're pushing to market, basically. And they get paid for it.
So it's like a platform. It's like me booking for the sake of saying Sunday Times.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a platform.
Okay.
It's a new age platform.
So, but why live on it? That's what I want to get into. Like, I'm glad I hear all it about big. I hear the power of social media, and I'm like, whatever. Why Wamaka on social media?
People want to, like Lydia stated, people want to show other people that, yeah, I'm great, I'm doing better than you, I'm living the greatest of life. Meanwhile,
but we know you. We're not confused about who you are. There are certain people who will know you in your life.
But then out of those,
The Lesangs who will expose you.
out of those 1,000 followers, 10 of us know you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So now you must think that 990 is thinking, yeah, but Miss Lee, when I grow up, I want to be just like Miss Lee. It's a thing of being relevant and being popular and just getting sucked in by the whole glamorous
And it
show
makes-
bang.
that's very dangerous.
That's exactly why people lie, is because they got caught up in it.
People want that attention, and it's so weird because when the process of it happening to me, I actually, once it got to a point where I was just like, I can't do this. Like, I actually, because you feel like people are watching your every move.
Because now you have to live up to the
Yes,
expectation.
and it gets so frustrating because you know, especially with being a strategist, you have to think about the content that you're putting onto your timeline. You have to think about it, because at the end of the day, as much as you think that people are not paying attention to what you are saying, people are paying attention. So even if they're not retweeting, or some people check your profile, they won't mention you, none of that, but people are paying attention to what you're saying. And when you have the numbers, people start to care a little bit more about what you're doing with your life, because they want to feel like it's either they're going to try and expose you for something, they're going to try and drag you through the mat, or they're going to try and be your friend because they see that there are certain things that you are getting off of the platform. So it depends how you're using it, why you're using it, and who you're interacting with. Because I literally think I interact with about 30 people day in and day out. It's the same people every single day, just because it got to a point where I was just like, yo, I can't do this.
Okay, but let's quickly go back to that the attention-seeking thing. Now, obviously, on Facebook, it's getting likes. On Twitter, it's getting retweets and mentions and whatever. Favorites. If you are on an iPhone, you want to see the 20 plus. It's like a Tweleb's dream or whatever it's called. I don't know these things. Now, what I need to get an understanding is, what then do you need to tweet? Because that ultimately is the content that you tweet is what's going to get you the retweets, the faves, the mentions. So is that what's pushing people to now retweet and tweet things, lies to us, so that they can get?
But then that's like, that's a question that you can't answer. It's like saying to someone, I'm going to put you in a room with 10 people.
Yeah.
And then I want to see how many of those people are going to like you as a person.
Okay.
That's it. Now you're in a virtual world with tens of thousands of people, and I'm going to say stuff, and I don't know who's going to like what I'm saying.
But as humans, we know what people generally would like. We like controversy, people tweet about the most craziest things. People tweet about their sexual orientations, the things they do. People tweet about Satanism and make it sound like it's great. People tweet things. It's like what do we talk about? Comedy. Usually comedy, the elements of comedy that gets you is the shock. You start off with the shock, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this person has said this. And that's what I see now on Twitter, that people are tweeting things that give us that shock element, and then everyone retweets it, because now it's like, oh my gosh, did she really just say that? So my thing is, you saying people are watching you.
People are watching.
So now we're talking about job prospects here.
But you know what? People don't think about that stuff, or they think about it for a couple of seconds, and then they're like, whatever, and they go back to however they were before. and they don't realize the dangers of it. I got lucky in where I'm working. I am still allowed to say what I want, when I want, the way I feel would work best. But 2-3 years ago, I was 10 times worse than what I am now. Okay. I was very cross. I was rude. I was very controversial. Yeah. I'm still controversial, but not how I was 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, you unfollowed me those years ago. I remember.
What did you do? What did you say? Mr. Exposer. What exposer? Now, that's why we're not going to follow you.
The science out here, I'm going to unfollow you again.
You see?
I'm going to write today, I had so-and-so, and I said I had the Minister of Finance, Minister, and then you're going to be like, nah, fam. On that day, you're going to go investigate. I was there, though.
I think what Lotta's touching on is very important, that there's people like we are lucky to be in a space where we deal with people that are digital strategists. Yeah. Tell your mom about a digital strategist. Like, hi man, go be a doctor, go be a whatever. But now we're lucky to be around those circles, people that understand social media, and then they are sort of trying to teach us the responsibility of social media. People don't understand that there's certain responsibilities that comes with it. Because nowadays, even when you go for a job interview, I mean, I remember I was sitting in a boardroom and they were asking me, so what's your Twitter handle? In that boardroom, while the CEO is sitting there, he's on my Facebook, he's on my Twitter, he's on whatever. So when you tweeted this, what did you mean?
Yes. Now you have to account.
Yes, and then now I'm going to call them no, let me not say that. I'm going to call them people that aren't used to the digital world or don't see it as a big thing. Okay. It is a huge thing. It is a major responsibility to take care of what you're saying and what image you're portraying yourself as. Because there are people that get paid to portray a certain image that's not really their own, and they're doing it on purpose because they know what they're doing. So don't see someone tweeting this, and that and thinking, I'm also going to get likes for this. Some people think about a certain moment. I mean, right down to the fact that I must tweet this at this time.
Yes. I was shocked
it's more complicated than people think.
Yes, social media is very complicated. On the one day, I was taught that you need to tweet at 10 o'clock, Instagram at whatever time. But in any case,
that's obsessive behavior, though.
There's peak traffic.
That's my job.
That's her job.
I need to know this stuff. It's my job.
Some people are not getting paid for that. You know?
Some people are not getting paid for it, but. You'll see if you're active, you'll know what time works for what content. So you'll start Mondays for me generally is more news orientated. Yes. Fridays is when all the ratchet stuff starts coming out.
Okay, so Friday, guys, if you want to follow Miss Lee, Friday, if you want to know what's happening on Miss Lee's timeline on Friday, is the best time to go and see the controversy that she was back how many years ago? 2-3 years ago?
I'm trying to behave now.
Okay, let's take a quick break. When we come back, I want us to discuss relationships, lifestyle, vacations, all that stuff that ends up on Facebook, ends up on Instagram, ends up on Twitter. Does it expose you? Don't go away.